welcome back to another Real Talk Reaction. This one is for Community, Season 5, Episode number 10. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It is very important to impress the algorithm. Thank you.
Alright, a couple comments from episode 9, starting with Ted Calley, who says, if I had a nickel for every time a masterful creator of a beloved TV show cameoed in Community, I'd only have 10 cents.
Oh, wow.
But it's weird.
Only one?
Well, a nickel for every time.
Oh,
so
2 times?
2 times.
2?
Yeah. But it's weird that it happened back to back. Last time was Mitch Hurwitz, and here you might recognize Mr. Pile of Bullets as one Vince Gilligan, creator of a little-known, bare-bones, quiet little indie show you probably never heard of called Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I think Hickey would be a fan. Yeah, big facts. Ugh, Breaking Bad was so good.
Vince Gilligan.
And yes, that opening is an all-time classic. Gillian is the one caught on camera, but I think the scene was a struggle for the entire cast of film without breaking, which, yeah, that makes sense. I'm still laughing about it 7 years later when the Dean does his rap.
Oh.
Academy Award winner Jim Rash, everyone. Night Giroux comes through to say the Dean's rap is one of the all-time epic Community moments. You'll notice Joel is about to break too, so being the pro he is, doesn't look at the camera. I love it.
That probably was like off screen. I know he's supposed to probably did it, but they probably wasn't ready for him to like.
Or they didn't hear what he was actually. He probably didn't like
something
show them
like
ahead
that,
of time. Yeah.
So they was all surprised.
And like they didn't know what to expect from his energy. It was fucking hilarious. It was so good. It was so good. Alright, George Harvey says you've got Vince Gilligan, creator of Breaking Bad, starring in the episode, and the other group are being shady, trying to peddle trays of chemistry books in a very familiar shade of blue. Perfect. Oh! Didn't put it together. I didn't know who that was, though, so that makes sense. So we appreciate you guys filling us in. The Dean's rap is iconic, and watching everyone try not to break is brilliant. Yeah, literally. That's honestly my favorite part, or used to be my favorite part of SNL, when like Jimmy Fallon was on there, because he could never keep a straight face. No. I love seeing that. I like when actors break. It's so great. Alright, last comments from Corey, who says Abed didn't just change Jeff's Netflix password. The fact that Jeff didn't know the password was changed implies that Abed also somehow updated the safe password for Netflix on all of Jeff's devices. Yeah. I love that. I love this episode. Dean Pelton's peanut bar rap is easily one of his greatest moments in the entire series. The whole VCR game half of the show was just so good. Seeing Annie and Abed interacting like they do here, their hyper-competitive nature coming out, and just the whole nonsense with that game was just so weird, and they were so into it. Yeah. The half with the books, also amazing. People seem to forget that there's a reason Shirley tries so hard to be good all the time, and it's because of the dark side she knows she has.
Yeah. She does have a dark side.
The gang should be more careful about waking that dragon. Mm-hmm. And then there's more wild cameos from famous people you might not recognize in this episode. The guy who didn't buy the books at the end was Paul Williams, a famous songwriter in the 70s who wrote a lot of music for the Muppets, including the most famous Muppet song, Rainbow Connection.
Okay, I knew he looked familiar, though.
The guy from the VCR game was Vince Gilligan, who created Breaking Bad.
Oh, and so he had the post-credit scene, too, then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
That shit was really fun. Okay. That was a really good episode.
That was hilarious.
Alright guys, as always, great comments, great insight. Thank you for filling us in. Let's jump into episode 10 right now.
Okay, that all comes together now.
Committee to fit on their radar.
Yeah, they did
Insurance. School needs some. I can ask around on the street.
What the hell?
Oh, too cool for street insurance?
Must be nice. My sister wants to know what I'm bringing to my grandson's birthday party.
I'm sensing an emergency collage situation.
No, I wasn't invited. My son had a kid 3 years ago. I barely get to see him on major holidays. I mean, who in the hell does he think he is?
You saw your son at his wedding.
No, that's Fiorio. That's my gay son. Him I get.
Him I
He
get.
doesn't have any hobbies or interests. All he does is play that, what do you call that crap with the Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons and Dragons?
That's the crap.
That's the
We
crap.
play Dungeons and Dragons. Guys, let's play D&D to help Hickey reconnect with his son.
Was everyone's takeaway from last time that we can use D&D to reprogram brains? Nobody feels that we almost caused a suicide?
We prevented one. Fat. Viewless Neil felt like a nobody, and thanks to us, he's still out there doing this and that in the background.
A satisfying sequel.
Doing this and that.
Geniuses have defeated themselves through hubris, making this a chance to prove that I'm better than all of them. I'm in!
All in favor of a game of Dungeons and Dragons to reunite Hickey and his son tomorrow night?
Aye! Well, okay. It's short notice, but I think it'll be good for me.
And man, he got a regular host today. You know it's right.
So, Dad, I'm just curious.
Oh my
what's about Dungeons and Dragons that suddenly leapt out at you at age 60?
Dungeons, it'd be the dungeons.
Let's begin. A blood-orange sunrise crests the peaks of Rage Mountain as the 8 of you arrive at the troubled realm of Galandor. Ahead to the north, a bridged ravine. Beyond that, a mysterious black town.
Sake, it's been 5 seconds. Can you not do this?
Hey, you tell me.
Are we losing?
No, it's not a competition.
not
The
yet.
only winner is fun. We're having fun. I go to Tristram, and I'm laughing, and I pick him up, and I carry him to the bridge. It's fun.
Hector the Well-Endowed is trying to lift you.
I cast Torben's Flesh of Fire.
Tristram murmurs in
This
his
guy playing
energy.
serious over
His
here.
body becomes wreathed in white-hot flame, burning Hector for 6 damage.
Hey!
Well, Hector, that's called self-defense.
Tristram's Flesh of Fire spell has caught the bridge on fire. The rope supports in the middle snap, causing the bridge to twist. I'm rolling dexterity checks to see if you all hold on.
Aww.
Abed, considering the bigger picture, you think it might be possible you miscalculated the strength of the bridge?
Good point. It would have been constructed in the Third Age by goblins, and they used primitive iron anchors. The ropes are yanked from the rocky slopes on both sides, and you all plummet into the ravine below.
Abed!
Plunge into the icy, raging waters of Skull River.
I love this so much.
What's your
You
problem?
didn't invite me to Sebastian's birthday. You know, who the man's grandson?
He's not your grandson, he's my son. And I didn't invite you to the birthday party because I wanted to enjoy it.
You know, fathers and sons, there is a lot of power between them.
Yes.
Stop it.
I have traveled so far from you. How many game days since the Skull River ripped us apart? How many real hours since I've gone pee? You seek this necromancer. Why? Why? Hot reasons our dreams dust. I sent word on wings of sparrows in hopes they might find you. Abed says the odds are near impossible. That's enough for me.
That's enough for me.
Should you receive this message, I know of a way to
Baby,
reunite.
you see how many messages
Okay,
here?
right. If I rub the blade of our magic family sword while you rub the hilt, twin beacons of light will reveal our locations to each other. Each night I will think of you and rub,
What's the daddy?
praying for the night fate will find us rubbing together.
Rub it
Your
together.
son, Joseph Gordon Diehard.
Joseph Gordon down.
What does that mean?
Something strange has happened. A sparrow lands on Riggs Diehard's shoulder. It carries a note.
Oh, I guess it can happen. It just never does. Very rarely.
Abed, I rub my sword's hilt?
A beam of light shoots up from your location as the hilt of Diehard seeks its blade. The beam arcs and meets an equal beam in the woods to the north.
Is that where the others are?
Yes, 10 miles away, same as you.
So we'll be arriving at the tower,
At the same time, tomorrow morning.
This began as a race.
but it may end in war. Does anybody have a toothpick? I got a piece of popcorn stuck in my tooth. And it's
So
like right
relaxed.
under the gum, and I've been trying like
Ugh,
15
I
minutes
feel you,
to
my
knock
guy.
my tooth and my tongue and my finger, and I'm always one tooth off, and I just can't seem to. Oh, hello, there we go. Anyway, but it may end in war.
There we go.
I like highest of keys, lowest of keys. Want to play this game?
Maybe after all we've been through, we should just call this thing off.
What, you think that's up to us? You've seen the way he talks to me. He doesn't want his own father in his life. He'll do anything to win, and that includes attacking you. And you best believe that your little friends in there are drinking up his Kool-Aid.
This is a man who thinks of grandchildren like trophies. Which is why he'll play to win. And why I can't let him.
Oh my god.
Rise. Brave,
Sydney, oh my
sweet
God.
Dingleberry. Rise.
Right.
Both parties have arrived at the Black Tower.
The music is great.
Hi, guys.
Father.
Joseph Gordon.
We
Ripped
are
off
here
his shirt.
so Tristram Steelheart, Lord of the Sky Spiders, can slay the Necromancer. You guys cool, or are we gonna have to get red?
Tiny Nuggets, water border of goblins, will do the slaying because every man has the right to hang out with his grandson.
Too bad you're outnumbered.
No, they're not. I'm not part of this. I am Joseph Gordon Diehard, and I am only here to hug my father, which I now do.
It's a trick.
I'm not letting him hug me.
I hug my father!
He has gunpowder in his pants.
I draw my sword! Stay back!
I draw an arrow. So do I.
Trolls out!
Jeff, do you lower your sword?
No!
Dean, are you?
I hug my father!
You're impaled.
Oh my god! You got to have a damn Academy Award.
Good Lord.
Good lord.
Jeff!
I head for the door of the tower.
So do I!
Taste the blade of diehard. I take the kid and pop
3 damage.
Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt!
I hold his face in a puddle. 7 damage.
See, this is what happened is the greatest person to play like this person.
Demonic eye look!
Put one right behind the ear.
Let's see.
So really expanding your character. You are still at the entrance to the Chamber of Grief. Your move, Mr. Tickles. You successfully pour more tea into Count Frogula's cup. That puts it at Hillary Rodham Kitten.
Hillary Rodham.
Okay. You attempt to pass crumpets. You fail. Okay, guys, I'm getting a little frustrated. If you just take a look at your inventories, you'll see that...
Hi, babe. Are you almost done? I can't sleep without my stuffies.
Fine, hold on. Oh, a goblin notices you and murders you all. You're dead. They're all yours.
Alright, that was episode 10 of Community, and I like that episode, man. That was a good call back to the early days of it when we did a Dungeons and Dragons before. But I thought this one had a little bit more seriousness to it, of course, with Licky. That's his name, right? Hickey, yeah. Hickey and his son. I mean, that was a good cameo right there by, I don't know his
Tobias.
I think it's David Cross is his real name, but Tobias from
Arrested
Development. I thought he did a great job on here. He was hilarious, man. And I wish we would have seen some more of the bonding at the end. Like I wish they would have. I guess they did break a little barrier right there open, but I wish we would have got a little bit more of that. I think we would have had a lot more heart up in there, but maybe we'll find out what happens later on. The Dean came through, MVP of the episode, just giving it his all, which I knew he would if you put him in something like this right here. Well, as soon as I seen he was gonna be involved, I'm like, yeah, he gonna go all the way. And he did. He made it very exciting to have it on there. And I just like how everybody just got into it too. So it just made for a really good episode. And I bet good. He gotta be. He's the only one that can be the
master. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought all that worked for me on this episode, and I just had a good time with it. Can't wait to see another one.
I will say, I absolutely love this episode. That's nothing takes away from that. I will say though, it did make me miss Pierce because that's one of my favorite Pierce episodes. Was the first time this was introduced, so I was thinking about him a lot throughout the episode because he was just a fantastic villain and all of that. But having another episode that follows that is obviously tough to do. But I thought they did phenomenally, especially because they had the Dean so involved in this episode, and also like Chang got more because Chang like died in the first seconds of the last game. So both of them got a lot more airtime in this episode. But yeah, the Dean hands down was my absolute favorite part of this entire thing. It was so good. He acted the shit out of it. I did like all the extra sounds once again. The music score was fantastic. I love like the callback to the Lord of the Rings with even like the brightening up of their faces and stuff. Like totally reminded me of those movies. And I had an absolute blast. I think to your point about not getting to see like a clear reunion between the two, I think Jeff was trying to address that, being like, this is about as good as it's gonna get, where they can like be in the same space but they have to still be fighting. So I don't think it was going to be like this over the top resolution to that relationship. It's more so a way that they can tolerate each other while still battling in a way that's less dramatic, I guess, if they have it, you know, within a game type scenario or whatever.
They don't have to just sit there and talk.
Exactly. Have purpose behind their hatred, I guess. But no, I love this episode. I thought it was entertaining as hell. It was super fun. Great callback to the first one, especially now that everybody knows the game too. Like our squad went straight in, like, we know what we're doing. I was surprised that Shirley just left though, like that she didn't like.
Kids.
I know, but like just left. I just thought that was interesting.
Like, I'd go ahead and play, but you know, whenever.
I guess it did seem.
That's
typical.
totally like her. She's like, I got shit to do.
I don't know. I just felt like at the end they would all. Maybe that's the kind of feeling that you were saying, like a moment for the squad. But yes, I had a blast with this and absolutely can't wait for the next episode.
Alright, well look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk Reaction for Community Season 5 Episode number 10. And until next time, people, peace.